Project Toggle, HARP international partnership between CERN, Black Project. I am writing Paranoid Times, in hope that they may publish what I know. My name is Bruce Davila, I was a senior research scientist on Project Toggle. Project Toggle was an international partnership between the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program and the European Organization for Nuclear Research, also known as CERN. My specialties is in the study of high-frequency radio acceleration, high-frequency radio supersymmetric strings by building on superstring theory. The basic goal of Project Toggle was to create a point-to-point system for matter teleportation. The only way we will be able to achieve faster than light travel is to take the achieve out of the equation. Now what I mean by this, with the Toggle system, we can convert matter into faster than light particles. Then attach them on high-frequency radio waves. Actually, radio waves travel very quickly through space. Radio waves are a kind of electromagnetic radiation, and thus they move at the speed of light. The speed of light is a little less than 300,000 km per second. At that speed, a beam of light could go around the Earth at the equator more than 7 times in a second. You can see what Project Toggle was of high priority. In early experiments, we had issues with overlapping signals from FM and television broadcasts. In 2005 we had to do something, so with help we created the Digital Transition and Public Safety Act of 2005. The technology for digital television was already on the market, and we needed that analog signal to conduct our experiments. So with the help of Project Toggle the age of digital television was ushered in. Most FM stations had already gone to digital at that point as well. By 2009 other than a few old radio guys. The High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program and the European Organization for Nuclear Research will own the airways. This will open up the possibility to work more on time travel experiments, weather control and xenobiology experiments. According to Einstein's theory of special relativity, the speed of light and radio waves can never change, it's always stuck at approximately 300 million meters/second, no matter who's observing it. This in itself is incredible enough, given that nothing can move faster than light, but it's still very theoretical. The really cool part of special relativity is an idea called time dilation, which states that the faster you go, the slower time passes for you relative to your surroundings. Of course, time can only slow down so much, and the formula works out so that if you're moving at the speed of light, time isn't moving at all. At first, moving at the speed of light isn't actually possible, unless you happen to be made of light. Technically speaking, moving that fast would require an infinite amount of energy, and this is where CERN comes in. I no longer work for the project, I voiced my opinion on a number of subjects that I will talk about shortly. After this I had the feeling that I was being watched and that my loft in Gakona, Alaska was bugged. Every night strange cars would be in my drive, strange looks at work. Alaska is a big place and it is very easy to get lost up here. 3 weeks ago a rather large man was in my loft when I returned home. He and another took my computers and informed me that I was no longer part of the project and I was to leave Gakona. I was also told that if I spoke of the project something could happen to me or my family. I left Gakona, went to the bank and took out every dime I had. 3 days ago my only family member died of natural causes. I write to you today from a hotel room in Texas. After I send this email I will be across the border and disappear from the ones that may hunt me. Our Project Toggle caused the Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 to crash, the 2011 Japan earthquake. In both cases we accidentally superheated the ionosphere directly above both epicenters. Our experiments caused a wave of climate issues. We set off earthquakes and volcanoes through the use of electromagnetic waves for matter teleportation experiments. In early experiments we caused mass animal deaths in 2010 to 2016, it is very hard to get the frequencies right. And this will cause birds to drop from the sky. Blackbirds are the most vulnerable. One of our first problems started in Beebe, Arkansas. Look up Beebe, Arkansas, and blackbird death. I know it will not matter for me to tell you this, but after reading the comments on your YouTube page, Many people were asking about Dr. Edward Mantel. He is in fact was a physicist at CERN. However, this is not his real name. The one thing he asked me to never do, was to release his true name. However, what I can tell you is that Dr. Edward Mantel is an anagram of his real name. The smart ones out there will figure it out. His stories are written somewhat in what he called sci-fi code. I wish all of you the best of luck. The Earth is in for a bad run, because of old ideas. There is one more thing I would like to add. Project Toggle at full power can affect gravity. The idea is called light deflection, which is exactly what it sounds like. The path of a beam of light is not entirely straight. Strange as that sounds, it's been proved repeatedly. Einstein even got a parade thrown in his honor for properly predicting it. What it means is that, even though light doesn't have any mass, its path is affected by things that do, such as the sun. So if a beam of light from, say, a far-off star passes close enough to the sun, it will actually bend slightly around it. The effect on an observer such as us is that we see the star in a different spot of sky than it's actually located. The beam that Project Toggle uses, can and will cause gravity pockets. Say you walked into one of the pockets, your body would crush down on itself. Watch where you walk and stay paranoid, my friends.